Welcome back, everybody. I am all decked out in my pumpkin gear because I have an exciting product I'm going to share with you today. It is another inflatable, but it is not just any inflatable. Our friends at Ozis have sent me a 26-foot inflatable pumpkin decoration, and I can't wait to share it with you. So let me go ahead and show you what it looks like on their Amazon page. So here is their website. I will go ahead and put a link to it in the description of this video, which is important because look here. If you use my promo code HAPPYHaunting5, you're going to save 6%, which is significant on this almost $1,000 inflatable. It's actually a little bit cheaper right now. I have seen it a little bit higher in the past. It's not an inexpensive inflatable, but look what you get. Oh my gosh. This is a 26-foot tall premium Halloween inflatable pumpkin. Look at these pictures and how massive it is. And I think here we can see the dimensions. It is 26 feet tall, but then it is 22.5 feet wide, basically. So I'm kind of excited to see if I can make this fit in my yard. They do have a couple of different sizes available too. As you can see, it goes up to 40 feet. That's pretty amazing. So they do have several different Halloween inflatables. If you're interested in it, there is even, slightly smaller pumpkins. But I am very excited about our 26-footer. We're going to continue scrolling down a little bit and see if there are any reviews. All right, so there are no reviews yet. So I guess it is up to us to create that first review. Hopefully it's a good one. I cannot wait to try this. I think there's exactly maybe 3 spots it might potentially fit in my yard. I have over an acre of land here, but it's all mostly trees. So we are going to make this work somehow because I'm so excited about it. We will find a place to put it, and it's going to be great. Let's go ahead and open it up. So it did come in the 2 different boxes here. The first one is this air blower. And just look at the size of this box. For such a giant inflatable, you're going to need a significant blower. All right, there we go. Let's pull this thing out. All right, so you know it's significant when the blower itself comes with stakes to hold it down, but it sits pretty sturdily on the ground itself. So the cord on the back looks like it's pretty lengthy. It might be about 5 feet long, maybe 4 or 5 feet. So basically the instructions are cautioning us to make sure that we use an appropriate cord, extension cord, if we're going to use one. Just make sure it is properly grounded and it is for use outside, because obviously you're not blowing this up inside. This is a heavy inflatable. And, there's a lot of material in here. I am not expecting there to be any sort of other separate box inside. So let's be careful getting this open. All right, well, it looks like inside we have another protective bag of some sort. So it's wrapped in plastic, but obviously our pumpkin is not gray. So there's some other bag that it's coming in. Let's see if we can dump it out here on the table. Oh my gosh. All right, so we have our pumpkin cube of some sort. There was another bag here in the box and some warranty information and instructions. So obviously they want you to pay close attention to the instructions to not void your warranty, which is great that it actually even comes with one. So there are a lot of instructions here. Now, since we are going to have to install the fan onto it, I'm actually going to read the instructions, but we'll do that off screen. All right, there it is. It's even tied closed with some extra material. So I'm going to leave that on until we get outside. Now let's see what was in this bag here. All right, so we've got some massive stakes. Well, they're not massive. They're screw style stakes, but they're sturdy. It's heavy metal. I like that. It looks really nice. You'll only need 4 apparently, so that's good. Extra piece of material. I'm assuming this is a patch, so if it gets damaged, we'll be able to fix it. I like that. That's a nice, thoughtful thing to include. And then we have lots of tie-down rope. And then we have another couple of storage bags. These are not storage bags. They're, I think, supposed to be used as sandbags. or you can fill them with something to weigh down the inflatable. So there were 4 of these. I think one of them is meant to be the storage bag for the supplies, and then there are 3 extra. So throw those down there on the ground for the moment, because we are not going to store it. We're going to inflate it. Let's head outside and do just that. I have gone ahead and unfurled it out here on the driveway. It's kind of good to get a visual of how big this thing is. Remember, it's 22 feet in diameter, so you're going to need a big patch of ground for this. They do suggest you put down a tarp. I mean, it's really meant to be put on grass. I don't have any grass in my entire yard, so I'm putting it down here on the driveway. Again, they recommend putting it on a tarp. I think this would be actually a pretty nice location for it, for trick-or-treaters. If they were coming down the driveway here, you'd have this nice big jack-o'-lantern inflatable then as they have to pass and turn to go to the front door to get their candy. So let's see how that actually will work in person. First though, we are going to need to attach the blower. Here is the zipper. As you can see, it is pretty substantial. Even the pole is kind of a heavy-duty metal, so I really like that. We also have a couple of D-rings. These again are pretty substantial, and they've got a lot of material holding them in because you're going to probably want to keep this pretty secure. When you're laying out the inflatable, it's good to keep in mind where this inflation tube is going to be. I like that so that we can keep the blower far away from the inflatable, or at least out from right beneath it. All right, I'm going to bring in special guest Tom to help me attach the tube to the fan. Thank you, Tom. I think now it is time to inflate this. So we've gone ahead and plugged it into our heavy-duty extension cord. There is an on-off switch on the blower. Let's see what happens. All right. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this thing. It is humongous and impressive. So remember, it's 22 feet around, but that's really from the center. So it gives you a little walking room even here underneath the inflatable. I'm actually standing underneath it completely right now. So I think even in a tight space, if you consider that the base itself takes up a lot less square footage than the middle, you might have a little bit more ability to place it in some tighter locations in your yard. It feels very sturdy. I mean, this is not your typical inflatable material. This is heavy duty, so I am not too concerned about maybe trying to use it somewhere in my yard, but again, that's not the recommended usage. You should put it on a nice grassy lawn. But again, I think this would be fantastic. I'll probably move it over a little bit more in the corner. If trick-or-treaters were coming down, maybe have some more pumpkin men around as they have to walk past to get in it. It is just such a statement piece. I cannot express how much I love this. So one thing to be aware of though is it does not come with lighting. So they did put a tether inside, so if you want to light it, you're going to want to have your own string lights that you can connect to the tether inside. So I may try to do that. I think I've got just the perfect lights for it, but we'll see. But I think during trick-or-treating hours, even with some general lighting around it, you're probably not going to need interior lighting too much just because of the sheer size and presence of this. So it's been a couple of hours, the sun has gone down, and you can really see the pumpkin with some exterior illumination here. It's kind of hard to see, I have to admit. So I took out my Nova Stella string lights and added them. I deflated it a little bit, and I was actually able to climb into the pumpkin to attach them and re-inflate it. And let's see what it looks like now with the lights on. So one great thing about those Nova Stella string lights, of course, is that they have a lot of different colors. So here we can just cycle through so that you can see what they look like in different colors. So certainly like the red presents a different image than the yellow. The blue is very dark and hard to see. But you can play around or have it flash different colors, so I think that's kind of an amazing effect. I think it does look a little brighter on the camera than it does in real life. It's got a really nice glow to it, and when you hang that string light all the way up, it filters that light throughout, and it just is a very nice glow. I absolutely love the way it looks. And you can certainly see it from the street. There's no missing it now, so I definitely recommend, if you do get the inflatable, that you light it up as well. But leave me a comment below. Let me know, what do you think? If you're interested in purchasing this, remember to use the link in the description below. It's got that discount code that you can use. So I did want to say a special thank you again to Ozis for sending this to me to share with all of you, and I want to say a special thank you as well to my patrons who help support the channel. If you're interested in joining our Fright Club, you can check out a link to my Patreon page in the description below. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Till next time, take care and happy haunting.